Hey everyone, so this is a new series that I'm trying out. It's experimental. I will be doing monthly tarot readings for all of the different zodiac signs. So feel free to watch your sun, moon, or rising, or all of them if you actually have the time to do that. There will be extended versions and those links will be down below. This is a collective reading, so keep that in mind when you're listening to it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If your sun sign isn't feeling like it's resonating with you, then maybe check out your rising sign next or your moon sign. So given that it's a collective reading and it's not one-to-one, it's not tapping into one exact person. So if you do want something more specific, you're welcome to book with me, but that will also be a link down below in the description. So because this is new and experimental, this is my first set of videos this month, I'd love to know how to improve this and how to make it more valuable and what you guys really think. So please let me know down in the comments as well what resonated with you, what things you'd like to make sure that I keep so that as I'm experimenting with the format that I don't take something out that a lot of you really like. So, and also if there are things that you have perhaps seen with other readers that you have enjoyed and you want to see if I can incorporate that, please let me know. One other thing I want to mention besides all of that is that we are self-determined and not predetermined. And my belief is that the tarot is a really useful tool to have messages or omens come through, which is why I say take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But we're all ultimately making our own decisions. So if you get a message in tarot that has you consider maybe shifting course, or it affirms something for you, great, fantastic. Just know that we all are the masters and creators of our own experience. So take with it what resonates and works, but really give it some thought. And, you know, I'm not a person who advocates for letting any one piece of these types of technologies dictate completely what we do without giving it its proper thought and really sitting with our emotions and deciding for ourselves what actually works best. So just really want to put that out there to make sure that you're considering that as you listen. Other than that, if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of these going forward, please like and subscribe. It helps me to continue to know that this is something that you want to see. I'm also considering doing full moon and new moon readings. I might even start to do bi-weekly depending on what people want. So again, your feedback is what really lets me know how to structure these going forward. So here's to the first month of trying these out, and I look forward to seeing more of you guys. Thanks. Hello Pisces, welcome to your February 2022 reading. Remember, this is a collective reading for Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. If you want something that is more specific and pointed to your specific energy or situation, the link will be down below for how you can book with me one-to-one. Also, the extended reading where we pull clarification cards and oracle cards and go deeper into the themes and how to work with them for the month of February. That's also down in the description below. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to be looking at 3 different sections, Pisces, for your reading. So we're going to look at general, we're going to look at challenges, and what is coming up for spiritual advice. And we're also going to be looking at your career life. Excuse my squeaky floorboards. I feel more comfortable reading on floorboards or on the floor than I do on an actual table for whatever reason. I just haven't found a table that's the right height. Those of you who do readings know what I'm talking about. Okay. And what's going on with your love life? Wow, nothing coming through really clearly with this deck. I think that we should switch decks. Some of you have some passion, sexy goodness going on. Somebody who is enticing. Is it really what you want, though? All right, so we moved, obviously, between different decks. We're going to look at these one at a time. So first, we're going to take a look at the general reading that we have here for you. Overall themes for the month of February. Pisces. So what I'm seeing here is like there is some, I think it's more internal conflict than anything else. The feeling of being stuck, the feeling of needing some, sorry, that's my cat. Let me move her out of the way. Needing some perspective. And here, like part of the challenge is that you have, you know, if we look at this card, so take a look at this actual image on the card, it's like this person is ignoring all of the full cups in front of them, and then God, spirit, goddess, whoever is offering them, here is an opportunity, here's a chance, and they're choosing to just ignore it and not pay attention to it, right? So something to pay attention here is like there has been some, and we're coming out of retrogrades, so I know that's very stereotypical, but we are coming out of retrogrades, and there is this experience of like having things be slowed down, not knowing which choice to actually take action on, and so there is that's present. But we see also that potentially with the Pentacles, there could be this new work opportunity that's showing up. We'll take a look at that deeper when we're looking at your career cards specifically, but there is the need to, over the course of the month of February, look into gaining some perspective that is different. There are opportunities that are available to you that you are denying. You're just not choosing to see them, or you choose to ignore them because they're not the way that you want them to look. And so you're experiencing this lack of optimism or possibility in the space with some part of your life. And this is also about balance, but it's also about like the possibility of like new things forming, and what works, what doesn't work, how does this all balance out? I'm not really sure. So when you're looking for new opportunities for work or stability or home or health, it's like, why don't you evaluate what feels safe and grounded, what feels actually good that you don't have to balance? How do you actually work with rooting yourself in something that feels like planting stability and groundedness with your potential accomplishments? And I know that seems kind of vague, so I think we're going to actually pull like I'm feeling like this deck in particular. Three of Cups. So what you're going to be contemplating, what you need to actually be looking at when you're working through this experience, you need to focus on the things that feel celebratory, that feel light, that feel good in your life. And so there needs to be a focus on that. I don't know why there is this other kind of confusion that's happening. Let's take a look a little bit further at what is the confusion about? Why is there a stuckness? Why is there an avoidance of the feelings that like the gods are giving you, or a spirit or a universe or whatever, right? And we got several cards. So these are going to go in the extended reading. We're going to look deeper into like why is this, what is the issue here? Okay, so now we're going to look at your career life. Okay, so first off, what I can see here is there are a lot of things to focus on, Pisces. Oh, sorry, let me adjust my camera here. Apologies. I'm going to have a better setup hopefully next month. When it comes to your career, it seems like there are so many different kinds of opportunities. It's either you're in a place of disillusionment, you know, where you are lost maybe in illusion of what could actually happen, and you have these dreams that are not based in any kind of grounding or reality, or that you have so many ideas and multi-passionate opportunities and things that you see that are possible. What's here to notice is that your past patterns somehow are coming forward. Like you've done this before, or you've done some version of this a bunch of different times, and it doesn't serve you, it doesn't work for you. And this is like, you need to approach things in a different way, because whatever you are doing to try and manifest your dreams, it hasn't, the patterns that you have had in the past, the things that you've tried, you're like, this is the plan, this is the plan, this is the plan, doesn't work. There's a very kind of innocent way of looking at it from these two different perspectives that are coming through in your spiritual support. Right? So there is a youthfulness that needs to be brought back into the way that you see your work life, your career life. The Page of Cups there's a sweetness to the messenger that is present. There's a youthfulness that's there. And we see the youthfulness that is also being reflected in the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is nostalgic and goes back to a time in our lives where we were more youthful and hopeful and idealistic. So I would say that what is being shown here is that there is this idealistic and youthful aspect that is overarching theme in your career life that is coloring everything. And you have a lot of different dreams that are present here. But what is actually grounded? You need to take a look at the things that have not been working, that you have continued to use the same tactics to achieve your goal, or to manifest and be successful, that have not been panning out. Those methods don't work. And sometimes our identity can be wrapped up so much in what it is that we would hope would have worked, or the things that we learned would have worked, but it's not working any longer. I think I want to pull some clarification cards for this. So we have 5 cards to look at what the solution is in terms of like what your spiritual advice is. So let's put that off to the side for the moment. And let's take a look at your spiritual energy. Okay. It's really interesting what we have showing up here with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is somebody who is really fun and optimistic and has this really passionate energy, termed by other people, not myself, but a couple of other people that I followed for years, as the fuckboy energy. So fuck girl, fuck boy, fuck non-binary, whatever it is. Somebody who is fun and optimistic and can have a good time, but they are not necessarily committal or loyal. In fact, they are just someone who inspires this kind of fiery, passionate energy in the realm of your, I know I said spiritual life. I think that was like, there's some probably tie between your spiritual life and your relationship life. So then we see what your what you're being cautioned with. And you know, you can't continue to put the energy into somebody who is not going to actually be committal and there for you. So you keep tilling the soil, putting the work and the energy in, and that's not going to actually work for you, Pisces. You know, you have to see that there is some reciprocation. You have to see that there's some something for you to harvest from the situation, right? Like there is something that proves fruitful from your efforts. And if you continue to toil and put away or put into this like a lot of effort for somebody who's not going to be committal, then, you know, for some of you, I think that's really a potent message. On top of that, we have like your ideal with like the new and vibrant feelings. Like the Ace of Cups is like the most blissful, beautiful new beginnings with clean energy, clean integrity, clean everything, clean slate. And the 10 of Cups is all about the most blissful energy. It's like your dreams realized. It's what you really want to feel. Now, whether you relate to the imagery or not, it doesn't mean that you are someone who wants a nuclear family or, monogamous relationship even, or anything like that. This is like, remember that these are cards that have themes that are behind them, so pay attention to the theme behind it. When these were developed was a very long time ago. So the theme behind the 10 of Cups is this blissful, I made it, I have the good life, I've got the relationship or ships that I would like, I have the kind of home family life that I would like, I have the good life, things feel good and easy and blissful and like content and bright for the future. So when we're looking at the relationships that you have in your life, whether they are monogamous or non-monogamous, whether you're in a serious relationship or you're dating, does your current situation mirror back to you the kinds of feelings that you're really wanting to have? I think this is a time to revisit and see whether your efforts are proving to be something that brings you towards what you really want to have or not. And either you're distracted by, or you have this potential of somebody in a relationship that could be really passionate and beautiful, or at least remind you like, oh, hold on. Yeah, so for a few of you, actually, not just a couple of you or one of you, for a few of you, there's somebody who is in your sphere, like in your experience, that is meant to remind you of what it's like to feel that spark and that passion, and not necessarily someone you're supposed to explore. Not for everyone, but just for a few of you. That's something that came through. So let's actually go a little bit deeper. So I want to look at the goddess and god, masculine, feminine archetypes. And what are the blind spots that are occurring in space? What is the deeper invitation? What is the deeper work about? Well, that shot out. And forgive me, these are out of frame. I'm trying to find a new setup, so don't worry, I will find a way to have these in better frame in the future, hopefully. And we'll choose there we go. All right, so These are the cards that we are going to go over in the extended reading. So we'll be looking deeper into your reading overall. And then with regard to your career life, we had these two cards that were popping up, and we had 5 different cards to go through, or actually 6 different cards to go through. So thank you for joining me for this reading, Pisces. And if you join me over on Patreon or not, please like, subscribe so you don't miss any of these. These will be definitely refined as I go forward. This is my first pancake, so it's not perfect. It's not exactly how I would like it to be, but I am very open to your feedback. So please let me know what you like, what you want to make sure that I keep or include that maybe is not here yet. And I am willing to experiment and try. So I will either see you over on Patreon or in a one-to-one reading, and all of those links are below, or I will see you next month. Thank you.